أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا آمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear brothers and sisters here. How are you all? Assalamu alaikum. I hope and pray that you all are well and good, inshallah. Bismillah ta'ala. May Allah keep you all in His hifz and aman. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum. Kindly make use of the chat box, inshallah. Let's keep this interactive. So, alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, we are into the day 10th of this Canva mastery course. Subhanallah, we have at least completed the 10 days together, right? Subhanallah. So we were into the day first and now we are into the day 10th, right? So how fast the time flies by, right? Subhanallah. It's quite frightening, right? Subhanallah. So dear sisters and brothers, alhamdulillah, heading on to the day 10th of this course, inshallah, we are going to start off with something that a business requires, inshallah. Any business, what are we going to produce for any business, inshallah? We are going to see some of the ways through which we are going to represent or present the business formats, inshallah. So dear sisters and brothers, let's quickly head on to the day 10th of this session with the rectification of intention so that we will be rewarded through the throughout this course, whatever time we're going to spend through this, inshallah. Let's expect reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by rectifying our intention according to these things that are mentioned here, inshallah. And inshallah, let's all begin this session with the name of Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Expecting barakah in our affairs, inshallah. So, a quick recap on the day 9th of this course. What did we learn in yesterday's class, dear sisters and brothers? It was totally about the presentation making, how you're going to make your own documents, how you're going to make your own, what we say, what else was discussed? Resume, CV, as well as the last part was worksheets were discussed, how you're going to design your worksheets, books, your own book using this. You can even export this as a PPT or a PDF, right? So yesterday it was an ideal session for the teachers, professionals, or the students, whoever wanted to present these ideas in the form of the presentations, right? Slides. So this was taught, and we also discussed how to create the transition between these things and more, right? So alhamdulillah, these were the things that were dealt in yesterday's session, and some of the slides that were created in previous classes, something like this, right? Okay. The transitioning and everything was put up very excellently. The next thing, dear sisters and brothers, we just went through the concept called as resume making, how we are going to get through that. And also we had seen how to make certificates, and also we had seen how you're going to generate the worksheets of your own or the activity books of your own, or you can just generate it by yourselves and earn a handsome amount through that and earn a passive income through that. And also have shown you some of the sources through which you can earn as well, inshallah. So these are some of the things that you all can do for yourselves, inshallah. You just have to spare some of your time to create that. That's all. Once you create it, one day you just spend on creating an activity book, right? And that you can use as a passive income for once and for all, what we say, inshallah. You can just sell it over there on the sites or on the Etsy on your own website or whatever, dear sisters and brothers. You can utilize the opportunity to use this skill of yours to put it up in the format of the books, inshallah. You can design your own activity books, your own worksheets. You can design your own what we say, the PDF copies of slides, the compilations. For example, if you want to compile some important things from somewhere, then you can just make a compiled book as well, right? Subhanallah, you can just present a digital copy of that to be downloaded on various sites. That's all you can do, inshallah. So these were some of the things that we had included in yesterday's class. And today, dear sisters and brothers, inshallah, the day 10th of this course, we're going to head on to the business concepts that had already begun. But today we are going to see some of the important things that you're going to do with the business, which you are going to start off with a business. Can you all just tell me what is a business card? Why do anyone or any professional or any what we say, educators or any business person or any entrepreneur or any business require a business card. Why is a business card required? Yes. What does a business card include, dear sisters and brothers? Does it not include everything that is required for a business? All the details, all the contact details that someone can put up. Yes. Why is it required? Why is it required, dear sisters and brothers? Why is a business card required? To identify a business, right? It's a proper professional identity through which you can just use it to put it out for the world. For example, if someone comes and asks you about your business, you can just give them your contact information as well as the business idea, business approach, which is put up inside the business card. Whenever you want to provide the service again, yes, it's a company person's identity. Yes, excellent, excellent. Barakallahu fiki. It's a company's identity or a person's identity which is being put up there. You have to include the social sites there or social what we say. We can just include their handles, social handle names or whatever IDs. Inshallah, everything should be included in a business card. And then, inshallah, we're going to see how you're going to create your own letterheads for the companies. Probably you have seen the companies type the matter, whatever the content or the whatever the what we say the notice they are going to type. They type it in their letterheads itself. They have it printed. They have one of their letterheads ready, and whatever. Even if it be a offer letter, even if it be a resignation letter or something like that, they have their own letterheads. Inshallah, we'll learn how to create a letterhead for any company, inshallah. Then menus and brochures. Menus are required for the hotels or somewhere like restaurants or something like that. Brochures are required for the institutions, for the schools, for various purposes. Brochures are being put up for the dawa purposes as well. Inshallah, I'll tell you how you're going to prepare the brochures, and also this concept called as guides. Making guides will be taught here today, inshallah. And something called as carousels as well. Carousels, probably it will be put up in the single page and connecting one to another. That will be inshallah taught, inshallah, how you're going to connect one page to another page and make a beautiful carousel. Okay, inshallah. So dear sisters and brothers, be ready with the two devices, inshallah. Let's all begin today's session with the rectification of intention, and let's all start with practicing, inshallah. Whatever you're learning, I would just want you all to practice along with me, practice after me, inshallah, so that you can gain a perfection or the pro level in the skill that you all are learning, inshallah. So come on, let's quickly head on. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The very first thing, okay, yesterday one thing was left out, document making. Okay, how you're going to, I already told you, you have the features of the WordPad, Notepad, or what we say, Microsoft Office Word in this Canva itself. You don't even have to go and look for it around. So you can, where is that feature? Yesterday I just had to cover that documents making for the students or the teachers, or notes making, how you're going to add and create your own notes. So here is it, dear sisters and brothers, docs. Okay, this doc. You can just even type on the create a design and type doc over here, or the very first one doc. You can type it. So this is the document screen. It looks same as the WordPad or the Microsoft Word. Fine. But what are the features that are extra here, dear sisters and brothers? Is that you have the access to the elements, you have the access to the uploads, you have the access to the projects, you have the access to the apps, you have the access to so many more things apart from that. So you can just create a beautiful documents like what we say, Microsoft Word documents, and download it into the format of the document, docx. Now you can even open this in the format of document. Fine, it's empty, so I'll just type something. Okay, how to download this document? You even can add sheets to this. You even can add presentations to this. So save as, you can even save it as a document, Microsoft Word document. That's all. Which A4 size sheet, whichever sheet you want, you can download it as one thing, docx. Docx. Okay, you can just download it as docx, and you can even open it in the Microsoft Word if you wish to. Okay, so this is the way. Then if you want to include the tables, the charts, and more, so here you have. You have access to the PowerPoint kind of thing as well. You have access to the charts as well. Okay, so this way you can just include your own document. Fine, make your own document, and you can add any kind of images, whatever, and you can even prepare books in this regard, in this manner. Fine. So this is the one thing that we were left that was left untouched yesterday. So we just had to cover it now. So the next thing, dear sisters and brothers, let me start creating now with the business card. Let's start together, inshallah. This is a very excellent income source that you all can generate with by generating a beautiful business card of your own. So business cards, probably it is just it just comes over in a palm of your hand, right? It's just a palm size, right? It's just a palm sized business card. It might be in two formats. One is a landscape format like this. One is a portrait format. Usually what we say, what we get from the various local businesses is the landscape format. Okay, so you just can go ahead with the landscape format itself. So we'll just start creating landscape format itself. If you want, you can even have this business card with a corner rounding as well. You can even go ahead with that aspect ratio if you want. So now you have very excellent choices over here, dear sisters and brothers. Whatever you want, you can select from this as well, from these as well, and you just can start creating a business card and start providing the services. And now you can even go ahead with the templates. I just don't want to touch the templates concept. We'll just do it from the scratch. Okay, so now very first thing we need is a beautiful background. You can just go ahead and type background, whatever background you need, red background, blue background, green background, whichever background you need. I'm just thinking of adding a red background. And so I'll see it from the photos and we'll see what goes well here. Okay, can we just add this one? Okay, I'm just thinking of replacing this as an image in the background. Or else if this is not fine to go with, you can just change it. Fine. If this is okay, this one. If this is okay, this one. Whichever you wish to add, go ahead with that. Fine. Okay. Maroon background is also fine. Okay, I'll take this one. A bit darker, it's too darker. I'll delete it. Okay, the next thing, dear sisters and brothers, you can add so many more stuffs to this as well. What more can you add? You can just add something like the edge should give a good light kind of feel. I mean, what we say, there should be a bit of a brightness at the edge because it's too dark, right? Dark kind of card. So I just can give some a light kind of feel. So I think we can go ahead with the neon background. Come on, please remember these things: neon frame, neon backgrounds or something like that. You can just use these things very efficiently, very effectively. Neon, you can just go ahead with neon. If you want to include your logo inside some neon, you can even do that. Okay, come on, let me just grab a logo and see how it will work. I'll just see if it is on the uploads. I'll take a beautiful round logo. Okay, make sure for a dark background, you know, a lighter logo, right? You need something in the white. So okay, that was previously created for various purposes. You can even create the uh, logos. I mean, the create the this for your personal what we say personal business cards as well, personal purposes as well. Because hopefully you all know that the law practitioners or the lawyers, the engineers or whoever is in their field, they actually have their own business cards so that the people will contact them for various purposes, right? Okay, for getting the service done. Okay, so now I just want to include it in a round itself. Okay, I'll just go ahead and take a round frame. Round, we'll just write round, we'll get the frame within a second. Frame, if you want, we can just go ahead with this and we'll put it inside this. Okay, it has a green bordering. Let me remove that bordering. I can even put a black coverage to this. Okay, something like this. If I want to give a light to this at the edges, I can go ahead with this neon thing. Now I'll just make sure this is put up perfectly, or else if I don't want that, reduce. Okay, something like this was put up. Fine. This looks good on the screen. So this is how I just added a logo. Logo is the main thing that you're going to add to a business card. Your logo, and along with that, you're going to add what we say add something like the name of the company with the tagline in the first page, inshallah. So I think what more can we do along with this is, again, let me see some of the neon things that you all can go ahead with. Neon. You can even go ahead with a neon bordering. Okay, one, try this out. For example, this one. Now, if it doesn't seems good, please remove it. Please remove it. Do not worry for a second. You don't have to add something that you don't like. Fine. Okay. Something like this. If it feels good for you, go ahead with that. If you want to give some lightnings to the edges, okay, something like this if you want. Or if you want, you can even use these things at the edges. I'm not putting it inside, okay? Remember, I'm just putting it outside the frame so that I can just get this light kind of feel. Fine. Or even you can just write neon borders. Okay. A neon background, neon line you can take neon frames, whatever the assistant into this, and include that very excellently in your designs. Okay, this is just a simple way that I wanted to add a simple thing that I wanted to add it inside the fine. Okay, something like this that gives a bit of what we say the lightened effect, the sparkle effect to the edges. Okay, if you wish to, you can add it, or else if you do not want, please remove it. Okay, if you like, do it. If you don't want, then please remove it. No worries, no worries. Okay, this looks good. It gives you that feel. Okay. And also, if you want to add some drop shadows, yesterday I was discussing about drop shadow. Please type drop shadow. Just look into the drop shadows that you can give. If you want the whitish kind of drop shadow, something like this on it, you can even do that. Or if you want black drop shadow, you can even type black drop shadow and drop some things like this. Right? Make sure to send it to the back of the screen so that it doesn't look clumsier. Send it to the back, layer it, send it to back. Okay, this way you can make it a bit more better. Else, if this is too light, too dark for you, then what else can you do with that is you can just reduce the transparency of that. How you can just reduce the transparency? For example, it's over here. You can just reduce the transparency of that like this. Okay, let's let it be more what we say this one. And also you have some things like these shadows, like these ones. Okay, it gives a feel of the 3D outlook. 3D outlook, something like this, something like this. Okay. So even if you want to create it in this pattern, you can do that, the assistant process. Okay. Make sure you're doing it very perfectly well because once and for all you're creating this business card for a company or for yourself. So make sure you're designing it very perfectly. These are the ways I'm telling you that you can do. You can even include some of the beautiful touches here, some more touches. Okay, this looks more classier. Okay, in this way you can just generate. If you have a square kind of this one, then give it a square feel or something like that. Drop shadow, make sure you're using this drop shadow feel very excellently in your own, what we say, graphics that you're designing, inshallah ta'ala. So the next thing, the assistant methods that you can go ahead is with the naming. Okay, okay, we'll just go ahead with the text box, add a heading, or we'll just take something from the store itself. Okay, I'll delete this. I'll take something from here. This one. Let me make it a bit smaller. I'll place it here. Okay, ungroup it. Remember to use this ungroup it. That is a perfect idea. EDU-SITE. And then we'll just write tagline. Make sure it is in the small letters. This is just one way of doing that. Done. This is one single page that was created. Now the second page, we just have to duplicate the same page, duplicate the page. Now what you're going to do, go ahead with this is you can just group whatever was put up here. For example, all of these things you can group it. Select multiple, select it all. For example, the things that are here and then group it up. And then you just have to move it around and then you have to create it very excellently. That's all. For example, okay, we'll just create something like, okay, let me just select it and move it over here on the left side. We'll see what, okay, make sure to send that backwards. Okay, so that grab these things. Okay, okay. Now we can even group it all. Okay, to group that all, make sure you're selecting all of it and grouping it. Okay, okay. Okay, it's not yet done. Okay. Okay, because it's a frame, you have to be careful when you're creating it. Okay. Okay. So I wanted to reduce it in size, but I just kept it as such. Now you can just reduce it, further reduce it, and put it at the side or somewhere, or you can just even add more stuffs to this as well. So I think I can further reduce this up. Okay, I would just want to reduce this further. Just a minute. On the right side, on the left side, or something like that, I can use. Even the drop shadows, dear sisters and brothers, you can even use it for the bordering the business card. So well, you can do that. Okay, I'll just place this at the side. I want it to be at the center. So let it be at the center of this side, right side, left side, whichever sides you want, you can go ahead with that. It's not like you have to place it on the right side itself. Okay, okay, this is fine for me. It looks good. It looks good. Okay, this EDU-SITE. Instead of this, it's better to write my name. I'll just write on my Michelle here. You can go ahead with your own name, and then this tagline. Instead of this tagline, we can just change this tagline to something smaller. Go ahead with the caps, removing the caps, and then we can just go ahead and make sure you're writing the profession that you're into. What am I thinking of writing? I just want you to create one business card for yourselves, please. Make sure you're having a business card in hand so that you can put it up if someone requests this to be done. Uh, Come on, please do one for yourselves. You can add whatever degrees you have, whatever profession you're into, please, into your business card. Graphic designer. Okay, this would be the thing that I wanted to mention. I can even mention some other things like what are the qualifications. I'll just write BE. Okay. I just want you all to create one for yourselves, please. Make sure you have one in hand. Okay. Then what else can you write? Okay. Now for a business card, you need all the contact information in the frame. So how would you do? Go ahead with that. So go ahead with the elements and make sure you're grabbing a beautiful logos for each and everything. First thing is a phone number is required, right? Phone. I'll just write phone. You'll get a phone in hand. I'll take this one. Okay. Once you take a round frame, I already told you, make sure everything is round there. Okay. This is round now. Now all other logos you have to include is a round thing. First, I'll take this round, and also white should be put up because that is a good combination for the black. I mean dark background. Then after phone, what we need WhatsApp. WhatsApp icon or WhatsApp logo. And also you can go ahead with the brand fetch. Probably you all remember that. Round one, remember, you cannot change it to something else. And also white. I already told you once it is taken white, you have to make sure it is also going to go with white. Change the color to white. Done. Next, again, what do we add more to this? You can add even Instagram. You can even add the location. You even have to add the location where you're going to provide the services, different services. If it is a business, if you want, you can go ahead with that as well. Okay, we'll see some round kind of Insta logos. If not, you can go ahead with the brand fetch and grab a round logo. Fine, brand fetch. Go to the brand fetch and round it and grab a round logo, round Instagram logo. Okay. Facebook ID if you want to give. If you want to give your own location, you have to give your own location. So it's not the round is not at all there for Instagram. So I think we should bear ahead with this one itself. Okay, so we can go ahead with this one. Okay, make sure the alignment. Can you just look into the alignment? Can you not see that all of it are properly aligned? You have to do this very perfectly. See here, dear sisters and brothers, this is very, very, very important to align everything very properly along. Just look into this. Isn't it aligned? If it is not aligned, it doesn't look good. It looks very clumsy. You won't be called a proper graphic designer, or what we say, good graphic designer, unless and until you do not follow these design principles. Okay, so your design should look a good with a good final touch, right? It should not feel like you're adding something here and there without giving a proper alignment or spacing. Okay, remember that. Please follow the design principles so that you are called a pro designer, inshallah. So the next thing is Facebook. Okay, see how I adjust it exactly. I'll just do it like this first, and then I'll just take it here. See here, first adjustment is done. Okay, I'll make sure the same 0.1 spacing is between all of it. Okay, then on this side, I'll just increase it in size and assign it perfectly with the next one. So doesn't it look classy now? Doesn't it look okay now? Yes, it does. It looks okay to go with, right? Okay, the next last thing that you can add is location. Location. From now on, you have to take care about these aspects. Okay, so whatever you're creating, you must take care about these aspects, called as, what are these aspects called as? Basic design principles, because now you are going to serve your clients, inshallah, provide service to the clients, inshallah. So you have to make sure that you're going to create these stuffs very beautifully, okay, with all the design principles in hand. Okay, point one, and then one side you have to make sure it is dimension is perfect, and from other side you just can move like this. And this is out of this bordering. Make sure it should be inside this margin, because how can I do that? I'll select multiple, 1 2 3 4 5. I'll just bring it a bit upwards. Okay, see, I have bought it inside the margin. Now it looks very classy. Now if I want, I'll just remove this. If you want, dear sisters and brothers, you can even group this. You can select multiple and group it up. Click on three dot button and group it up. Done. Now this mishal, I'll just bring it a bit upward so that it doesn't clutter up with that. Okay. Keep it here. Okay. The next thing you can just add it. I'll just duplicate this B itself, or this one itself. Okay. I'll just start doing this. Okay, let it be like this, and we'll just start with contact number 91733. Okay, how am I going to do this? Do with this? Again, the dimensions are very, very important. It's very necessary. So see here, let me just keep it at the center of this. Fine. One thing is over. Okay. Now, how am I going to do this? Is I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to place it perfectly according to the above one. Just look here. Okay. Now, when I duplicate this, it will go ahead with the same alignment. Now, doesn't it look properly aligned? Yes, it does, dear sisters and brothers. This is how you maintain the consistency in your designs. Okay. So now you can just add whatever steps you want to at EDU-SITE, EDU-SITE, thank on. Okay. Okay. So one important thing, it was not having a left alignment. So again, you have to adjust this properly with this. Okay. Okay. Now it's proper. So again, alignment, left alignment. Give these things left alignment. Okay. Again, if you want to change it, edu. Okay. Again, the left alignment given. So just bring it with this side properly according to the what we say upper bars. Okay. Then locations, whatever you want, you can mention. Okay, your location, if it is required. If it's not required, no problem, just leave it, leave this place blank. That's all. Okay, something like that. The next thing, okay, make sure it is properly aligned with proper spacing. Right, so done. Okay, this was moving from the outside. If you want, you can just send it backwards to avoid any glitches. Okay, this is so beautifully done. Now if you want, you can just add a separation as well. You can add a line, neon line as well. I'll just go ahead with neon line and see neon line, if you want a separation between these two. Okay, let me see it all and see if we have a beautiful neon line. This line is beautiful, but the color, it looks very clumsy. Or let me just remove that. Okay,
This is purplish, no need. I wanted some white neon lines that can make sure that it goes well with the screen. Okay, neon line. I can even go ahead with neon line. Let me write the white and proper. Okay. This one is good, but it is too thick. Okay, so let me try this up. Try this. Okay, let me see if it looks good. If it doesn't, no problem. I'll just reduce this. This is the way. Okay, now I can just reduce the transparency. Okay, just a simple neon line I wanted here to make it look like there is a separator between these two stuff. Okay, it's up to you. If you want to place this, place it. If you do not want, please do not worry about it. Fine. So this is just a thing. And else, if you don't want it in that regard, you can even go ahead with something like simple. Okay, it's over here in the magic recommendations. Fine. Okay, this looks a lot better than that. Okay. Then if you want to give a bit of feel like a designer, here's a graphic designer, kind of this one, you can add some elements like that. I'm thinking of adding a reel. Okay, something like this one. You can even add this thing somewhere here and the whites and reduce the transparency. Reduce its transparency like this. Okay. Okay, this is almost finished. Okay, if you don't want this, please delete it. If you do not like it, delete it. If you don't like something in your design, delete it. Fine. Don't worry about the stuff that you don't like. Please delete the things that you don't want and create a master copy of it. That's all. Now, dear sisters and brothers, nowadays we can even include the QR code in the business cards. How to generate your own QR code? Come on, go ahead with the apps. Okay, come on, go ahead with the cap. Sorry, not the QR code. What? Yes, it's called QR code. Go ahead with the QR code generation. It's called QR code, right? Okay, type QR code. You have a QR code generator. And now, if you want to bring them to your WhatsApp or your website, you can mention the website name www dot whatever. Or if you want them to bring you on the WhatsApp, then you just have something called as wa.me. Hopefully, you know this, right? wa.me, and then you can just type slash 91. Remember, this is how it works for the WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp, this is a URL for the WhatsApp. How they actually have it is wa.me slash 91 with the phone number, right? Country code with the phone number. Okay, try this along, please. Try this app. Come on, this app is an excellent one. You can just make use of this and add it to the design like this, right? If you want the QR code for the location also, you can generate it. Hopefully, you know that. Alhamdulillah. Okay, this is how you do it, dear sisters and brothers. You just can get the QR code in hand. Alhamdulillah. Okay, this way you just can go ahead by creating. You can even add which background color you want, which foreground color you want. Extremely sorry. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, this is how you generate your own business cards of your own. You can even add more stuffs to this. You can even make it for your personal branding or something like that. You can even add something like the drop shadow, more of it. Like I'll show you some steps that you can do it. Go ahead with drop shadow, or you can go ahead with the shadow, rectangle shadow, rectangle shadow. Alhamdulillah. Okay, you can take this and you can even make it a bit appear a bit what we say like this. Okay, this is how you design the things very perfectly, give a good outlook to your things, and see here how beautifully it looks, right? So these are the rectangular shadows. You can just copy the same thing. You can paste it on the same what we say on the next page. Paste it on the next page. That's all. See, it looks very good now. Okay. This is how you produce it for your clients as well. You can produce it in several different ways. I'll show you another one now if you want. I'll just duplicate this. This is a very excellent earning source. Okay, I'll just show you some other duplicate page. Okay, I'll put it up here. Okay, instead of this, if you want to, I include it for the for someone else. You can even go ahead with some other designs as well. If you don't want this background, you can have the background for the business card itself. You can just type business card, okay? Business card in the elements, business card, fine. So you even have something like these, dear sisters and brothers. Here, you can even just make use of this and replace it with the background. That's all. You can replace it with the backgrounds like this and change the colors. Now you can just add your own, what we say. Okay, make sure it is properly aligned. Let's do this much and this much. Okay, let me add logos here. Add your site. Okay, now you can even change the colors using the color palette. Fine. Color palettes you can make use of, and you can just change it accordingly. Okay, let me go ahead with the add something else to this. I'll grab this itself. I'll put it here. Instead of this, you can change to your own name, whatever names you want to put. Your name, your personal branding. You can even include your qualifications on the very first page itself. No worries. Okay. So this way you can even create your own business cards, and also you can go ahead with the designs, go ahead with the styles, and start changing the colors, the font combinations, or whatever, dear sisters and brothers, and create an excellent master copy of the things that you are generating. So yeah, this way you can change the colors very well. Right? Okay. Okay, it doesn't look good if you change the font combination. So better change the color combination instead of font combination, right? Okay, this is fine. Okay, you can just change it accordingly. So this is second way of doing things, okay? The third way, dear sisters and brothers, is nothing but, okay, you can even use some of the recommendations that are put up here, something like these kind of cards you can make, okay? It looks more classier, something like these things. You can even include, and you can even go ahead with this thing, right? Let's do, okay. So something like these. Come on, see here in the business cards, you have lots of recommendation. You can use it all. See here, just beautiful. These are very beautiful things that you all can include in your own business cards. Okay, so have more innovative ideas and create it very differently, very excellently into a beautiful business cards of your own. So just look into this. Half of the design you can include like this, half into this. Okay, or for the second page, this is better for the second page, like this, half of the design in this color, half of the design with simple color, like this. You can go ahead with that as well. It's all up to you, something like this. Okay, I'll just send it backward, send it to back, send it to back. Okay, something like this. If you want to change the colors and make it more perfect, more excellent. Fine. So these are the simple ways that you can generate your business cards into. You can make use of the steps that are here. Fine. This is one way. These are the 2 to 3 ways that I have taught you. Make sure you're including different stuffs and creating it excellently. Okay. Now, when you give it to your clients, make sure you're not just giving the same copy of it to them. Okay. Make sure you're adding it inside a mockup. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to save it as a JPG file. Okay. You have to put it out for the client in the PDF format. Fine. So JPG file you're going to create, and then, dear sisters and brothers, you have to make sure you're putting it in the format of the mockups. Remember that. Okay, you can just start with the creator design, and then you can just go ahead with the post, any post ratio. Yes, you can even create the barcodes. Barcode stuff, dear sisters and brothers, that is required for desired company, right? Barcodes cannot be easily accessible by all of the barcode readers, probably. Yes, it's not accessible by the all of the. Yes, it is not accessible. It's specific for the specific barcode reader, is specific for the specific companies, right? So probably that won't be accessible. You can even generate the barcodes, no problem. You have the barcode generator, right? Instead of this, if you want to go ahead with the barcode generation, go ahead with that. Okay, go to the apps, barcode generation. Barcode generator. You have it all. You have it all in the apps. Don't worry about it. Barcode generator. Okay. You can just open it up. go ahead with that. Okay, barcode type, what kind of barcode? Okay, these are the things that are a bit what we say technical related to the this one. You can just make sure you're adding it accordingly, fine. So so you might have knowledge if you want it done with the barcode. If you have their knowledge about that, and you can just include it, fine. The next thing, dear sisters and brothers, okay, I'm showing you how you can generate your own mockups, fine. So you can just go ahead with the what we say apps again and start with the mockups and include this business card inside a mockup. So which can just go ahead with the mockup. Okay, mockups. Yes, for the product labeling, the barcodes are there. Yes, the barcode readers. It's a product labeling. You can generate the barcodes and the barcodes, and those barcodes will actually be for those companies, right? It will be designed by those companies, and they will be related to that. Yes. So this way, you can even go ahead and create the business cards of your own, business card mockups of your own, and you can just generate it for your client. For example, okay, this one is one of the business card type mockup. No, this is not a business card field. You can go ahead and see, search for a business card kind of what we say mockup. If not, you can generate the mockups by your own. Okay, I'll show you how you can generate the mockups by your own. Just a moment, inshallah. So this one, sorry, this one. Yeah, I'll show you. This one also can be included. Okay, you can even share this with your clients. One, you can put it here, another you can put it here, and you can just turn it around like this and place it somewhere like this, or okay, something like this. Okay, you can even add a pin over there so that you can show the dual copy. Okay, I'll show you how you're going to generate more of it. I'll add another page. So I'll show you some of the mockups that you can create and send it to your clients, inshallah. So this is also a business card view. You can even add it in this. You can add dual front and back page and send it to your clients. Okay, we'll make sure we'll do it later. I'm just grabbing it so that you'll find a beautiful mockup. Okay. Come on, try this along. You'll love it, inshallah. If you want two sides of the business card, something like this. Okay, this. Okay, so these are, dear sisters and brothers. Don't think that why is this stuff required. These are very much very important when you're going to put it for the clients. Okay, and also I'll show you how you can use it on the various platforms like for freelancing, the Fiverr, the Upwork, and more. Fine, just a moment, inshallah. Give me a minute. I'll show you in this regard. So you can just include your works. I'll add another page in this as well. Just see, this looks classy as well. Now you just have to add your own business cards on it. How you're going to add it? Hopefully you know how to add the business cards to your markup frame. So we just downloaded something. We'll just go ahead with the Canva. Okay. Did we download that, the previous document? If not, we can just go ahead, go back to the document, probably this one, and download it. Or we did, we had an option over there itself. Three dot button on, yes, over here itself we had an option to do that. Over here, no, we have only the option of editing. You can just share it, save as JPG and high format, download it. Okay, make sure you are staying there on this on the same platform, because once you go back, it download gets undone. And also see some of the templates that are put up here, dear sisters and brothers. These templates, you know, people are earning handsome amounts just by using these templates and creating their own, what we say, uh, client copies, copies for the client. So you can just go ahead with that as well. Okay, where we were creating an Instagram post. Okay, with the markups, different markups were being tried out. So we just can go ahead with the gallery from where we can fetch those business card that we have just downloaded. Okay, add to page, add to page. Okay, how we are going to just group it? This one to the back of the screen, this one to the front of the screen. Okay, it will get back. We'll just go ahead with the second page now. Second again, if you want to show the very first itself, add to the page, something like this. Third, add to the page. Okay, this just have single pages here, so we can just leave it as such. I'll show you how you're going to create it fun for yourself. You can just add the page. You can take a beautiful background, satin background if you wish to make it more realistic, satin background. Okay, you can even go ahead with the backgrounds that are here. I'll just take this satin look. Reddish should go bad with the red, right? So I don't want that. I think I'll go good with the white. Replace background. I'll delete this. Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll just grab the two frames, simple frames, business card frames. I'll just go ahead with the frames and see what kind of frames we have. We want rectangular frames. So you just have to sit back and search for the frames, proper frames. Okay. These are square ones. Okay. Make sure you are grabbing a rectangular frame. Okay, you can even type there, but I don't think we will get a proper output. So we'll see if it is available rectangle. Okay, it's here. So we'll just grab it. Or else if you want with the bordering as well, you can grab it with the bordering. So that it looks more classier. I'll duplicate it, I'll paste it here. Okay. This is one such things that you can do by yourselves. You can make the mockups by yourselves. Add the background, add the stuff, whatever you require. Add the page. Okay. So it's a bit downward. Or else if you want to increase it in size, you can increase it. Right? So see here, it is giving you a look of half look. So it was not a proper rectangle. So this way you can just project it if you want. Or else if you want it to be done in different ways, you can do it. If you want to rotate it further like this and place it here, you can do it. It's all up to you how you want to put things into. If it is like this and this one here, you can go ahead with that. If you want to give it a look of new or something like that, if you want to add new arrivals, new this one, something like that, you can even add that. So okay, this one if you wish to add, you can add it like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, this is simple mockup that we can create by ourselves, fine. So make sure you're grabbing a good mockup. This frame was not perfect for me, so it didn't go well. You can go ahead with again the rectangle frame and see some beautiful frames. Get beautiful frames in hand and then create it beautifully. Okay, this one is fine. You can even put it here like this. At least half of this should be shown, right? Add to page. Okay, this has some texture upon it. So this is fine. If you like, want to write it here, you can write. If you want to change the what we say backgrounds and put one beautiful what we say a beautiful background like satin background, texture background, whatever you want to get ahead with, you can go with that. Black satin if you wish to replace background. Try these things out so that it goes perfectly with whatever choices that you're making. Okay, inshallah. Okay, if it doesn't looks good, delete that. Do not worry. Or you can create some realistic backgrounds behind. Okay, don't have to have a satin background. It's just my idea. I thought that satin would give a more realistic look. Something like this also goes good. Okay. Now, dear sisters and brothers, this is just a stuff how you're going to create the mockups or the business card by yourself and projecting the what we say the this idea. I mean the design on a mockup and showing it to your client. Okay. So this was about the mockups and the business cards. The next topic that was kept for this session was about how you're going to create your own menu or the brochures. Menu, if you require, dear sisters and brothers, how you're going to create it, it's nothing but it's very simple. It's again all the talents put up together, and also a menu would be decided by the client itself. It's all the what we say, the paperwork or the textual work, right? If you want, you can search for the beautiful menus that are required, and you will have it here for the restaurant if you're required, for the cafe. I had students who have been creating it for the cafes and more, and they have used the template from the Canva, and they have created a very excellent this one menu. You can do it all by yourself. You have at least 10,000 plus templates for the menu. It's created once and for all for a company, right? For a, what we say, for a restaurant or cafe. So make sure you're using a beautiful menu. I mean, the menu that is put up here, or you can just design it by yourself. It is single page, dual page. We just can multiply it, or what we say, use the next pages, and make sure you are making 5 to 10 pages if they want to have the 5 to 10 pages of the menu. You can just use any of the things that are here, free to use, and use it for your clients as well. The next thing is brochures. Hopefully, you know what are the brochures. I'll just make a design and show you how you're going to start with the brochure. So you just can write a brochure here. Okay. Hopefully, you know the what is a brochure. You can just go ahead with the brochure. This brochure has this one divisions. I'll just take 4 division brochure. Okay. So what is helpful over here, dear sisters and brothers, is go to the files, go to the settings, and something that is very important. Okay. Go to the files, go to the settings, and something that is important is guides. Okay, guides. So how many guides you required? You need 3 columns, right? 3 columns, and you just have to add guide. So whatever, how much ever parts you want to be created, parts you want your brochure into, you have to write it here. For example, if you want it in 2 parts, if you want it in 4 parts, if you want it in 12 to 15 parts, probably you have seen the manual working instructions for the what we say electric devices. They have it in what we say 15 to 16 parts, right? Small book they have it in 15 to 16 parts. You can customize that. How many columns you require, how many rows you require. It is called as guides. Hopefully, you are understanding this. I'll make sure it is three columns, and I'll add the guide. So now this is a guide that is put up. Now we can just add the content for this. How you're going to add the content for this? You can add something called as half here, half there, half here, half there, something like that. For example, now I'll just go ahead and take the footers and headers. Just see here how am I working out with footers. It's all the textual content that you have to include. Hopefully, you all know that. Footers. Just go ahead and see how beautiful you can fetch the footers and add it from this to the next frame, from one frame to the next frame. So something like this you can add. This will go well for the first screen as well as second one, right? It will have a what we say. It will have a connection between 1 to 2 right? Hopefully you know that how we can give the connection. This is called as carousel look also. Hopefully you all know what is a carousels. The carousels on the Instagram, hopefully have seen that one post, when you just swipe left with the one post, you will see that another post will appear with something that is left behind. Okay, left behind in this previous post. So I'll show you one carousel. Okay, okay, let me get this done. So how you can just generate this. For example, even these things you can add. Okay, get it added here. Colors we can change that later. Okay, something like this. If you want to add logos here, you can add it, and you can make this very beautiful. The brochures, hopefully you all know, it's all the what we say, the information about the company, whatever it is. It's all about the textual content that is put up there. You can just include whatever you require, whatever is needed, and create it beautifully, right? So these are the stuff that you can make use of, and you can just start creating, right? So this was a topic that I wanted to cover based on the brochures. Now, when you download it, you just have to download it as JPG itself, a single page, because single page they'll get it printed and you just can fold it over there itself, right? So this is the way. Okay, if you want, we'll just change the colors to the style. Okay, something like this. You can go ahead and change the colors to the style. Okay, make sure we are putting some extra efforts to create it beautifully. Okay, this is fine. Then you can just go ahead and start putting the textual content. Some of the ideas, if you want, you can grab it from the templates. In the templates, you have hundreds of ideas, something like this. And also see this one, the very first one. See how beautifully we have created this. It's nothing but the same copies are being put up. That's all. Some photos, and this see here, there's a repetition from here to there. Okay, all of these are the shapes and things that they are making use to design all of these steps, right? Shapes were used here, and that's the contact information about us, and that's the company. The first page, they include the logos of the company. Second, contact information about us, okay? And brochures sometimes are used for the educational institutes as well, health services as well. So you can make sure you're making one brochure for yourself, inshallah. So for your, if you have a company of your own or something like that, everything is textual, you can just include that. Now how to print that, you just can share it and save it as what we say, the PNG file or JPG file, and let's just get it printed, or PDF format is well and good, so that you can get it in a high, what we say, high quality. Okay, the next thing, what I wanted to tell you was about the carousels. Hopefully you know what is a carousel. I'll show you what is a carousel. Hopefully you'll just, okay, for example, okay, just look into this design. Okay, this is an example for you. What is a carousel? Because most probably you have seen on the Instagram like this. Okay, this post is connected with the next post. See, these are the 5 posts that are here. Okay, these are the 5 posts that are here. This post and this post has the edges same, right? Similar edges. Can you just see that? This is called as carousel. When you just swipe left, you see the connection between this and this post, this and this post, this and this post. So how is this made? This is made using the guides. Okay, first you have to decide how many posts you are making. 1 2 3 4. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. There are 5, what we say, 5 images here. So what you have to do is you have to multiply the aspect ratio into 5. How many pages you want to make? That one into the aspect ratio that you want. 1080 into 5 you have to do. I'll show you how you're going to do that, just a moment, inshallah. Okay, let me remove this annotation. Like, you can even see some of the other stuffs as well. Carousels. You can grab these frames as well, and make sure you're making good carousels for your own Instagram pages. But I'm going to show you how you're going to use the guides to make sure that you're having, what we say, creating the carousels of your own. So because this is a topic that has to be discussed, you have to know something about carousels as well. So okay, chalo. I'm just going to create one for us, for ourselves. So how you're going to do that? How many pages you need? First thing you have to decide. Fine. The very first thing, I'm thinking of creating it for 3 to 4 pages. So make sure you're using a calculator. You have to know something like you have to multiply the dimensions with this one, with the ratios, with the aspect ratios. So if you want 2 to 6 pages, what we can do is, usual dimensions of the template should be like this. So usually 1080 1350 portrait dimension will be there, right? 1080/1350. So instead of, if you want two pages, you just have to multiply 1080 into 1350, right? This is the portrait aspect ratio that you have. Okay. So we just need a dimension. So how we are going to create the dimensions together? There is something called as custom size, right? You can just go ahead with the custom size. It's here, custom size. You can choose your own size. How did we choose that? How did I choose that? It's nothing but I'm just multiplied with the 2 pages. I want the carousel for the 2 pages. I can just go ahead with the 2 pages like this. Okay, I'll show you one such stuff. What am I doing? I'm just telling you. If I want it in an Instagram, okay, I'll just add a calculator online. Calculator online. Okay, you just have to do something like, you will get an aspect ratio. For example, you want it for an Instagram post that is for portrait. Okay, Instagram portrait post. Okay, it's 1080 slash 1350. Okay, it's 1080 slash 1350. So for 1080, you just have to multiply with 2. Okay, because we want 2 in one page. If you want 2 in one page, 1080 into 2 is 2160. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to go ahead with the custom size. So I'll take the width 2160. Okay, height I'll take the same thing, 1350. 1350. Okay, so this is how you create a design in the pixels itself. Okay. So this is the template that I have taken. This is a long template. So what am I doing? I'm giving connection between first post and second post and first post. So give the connection between 2 posts. What you have to do, I told you, there should be a guide. How you're going to go to that? Add guides. Okay. How many you need? You don't need 3 columns. You just need 2 guides, 2 columns, 2 columns. Next, add guides. Okay. 2 columns is done. Now you want to give a connection between one post and the second post. How you're going to do with that? Do with that? Is something like, for example, I'm creating a dua kind of, what we say, slide. Okay, so if this dua hands are here, half in this hand, half in this post, half in this post. Okay, so this way I can make my post more classier, fine, more classier. For example, even if I want to put it like this, half of this hand here, half of this hand here, something like this. So what is this? I'm making two posts in one frame, that's all. Okay, next I'll just add some textual content to this. Add the text box. Just a moment, inshallah. I'll go ahead with the styles itself. Okay, this is just a what we say a mock-up that I'm showing you. One can create a masterpiece with this skill that I'm teaching you. Okay, you can just add some headings here. Okay, these are two separate posts that we are creating. Hopefully, you're understanding what we are doing together, right? Okay, one post here, and just select multiple, one, two, three, and I'll just duplicate the same. We'll put it up here. This is two different posts which are having the connection between one and two. You have to have two different things here put up, two different things put up here and there. So this is how you make the connection between the posts. For example, these are the two posts put on this Instagram. When you swipe it, it feels like first post, the left side, the right side of the first post is connected to the left side of the second post. Now what you have to do, you have to download it. Okay, how you're going to download it? Download it as JPGs. Okay, JPG is better. Download it. And then you have to split these pages. How you're going to split? There is something called as Pine Tools. Okay, go ahead with something called as pinetools.com. Pinetools.com. Come on, please try this. You can just write Pine Tools slash split image. Okay. Now you just have to choose the image and ask them to split it. That's all. Then split it and give it into the two halves. That's all. Okay, even if you take it for the 3 to 4, this one, you can go ahead with that. Now even if you want, you can arrange how many splits you want. Quantity of the blocks they have told you. Split image, you can take two pieces were generated, you can download this two pieces very easily. Two different pieces were included, so both were downloaded. Sorry, they have done it vertically. Make sure you're doing it horizontally. Okay, so where were we? Vertically they have made it, horizontally, or you can write it as both grids. Sorry, horizontally. Split image, choose the file again. So this is one part how you can make your own carousels. Okay. This way you are just making the partitions between the pages. Hopefully you have understood how you're going to do that, fine? Inshallah. So horizontally. Okay, let me see if it is done properly. Yeah, it gives you the two halves of this images, something like this. Half in this stuff, half in this stuff. When you upload it and see on the Instagram, this is the second half of the page, okay? This is the first half of the page. Hopefully, I've understood what I was trying to tell you. It is nothing but you're going to give a split to the page so that it gives a feel. For example, these are the two posts you can post it on Instagram. When you swipe left, the half part of the this design is put up in the second page. Okay, this is how you create this carousel look. Okay, this is carousel look. Right? So, alhamdulillah, this is done. So the next concept, the last concept, menus, brochures done. We are done with the okay, what else was left out for today's session, dear sisters and brothers? It was about this one. And also letterheads. How you're going to create the letterheads? It's quite easy. You can just take the letter kind of what we say aspect ratio. Go ahead with the letter kind of aspect ratio. You can even have it done with the different what we say something like these as well. Okay. And you just pick very first one. I'll just pick the very first one. I'll edit the same thing. I'll show you. Okay, any aspect ratio that you want, you can decide and take. Okay, you can include the headers and footers. And then make sure you're adding I'll add a page. I don't want the same thing. We'll do it for ourselves. Add headers, add footers. Header, simple headers you can add. One header over here. Okay, another footer you can add somewhere here. In the footer, you can include the contact details. Hopefully, you know why are this required, right? So I'll flip it horizontal, flip it vertical. Okay, this is fine for me. So this is one letterhead, this one. Now we can just add the textual content. I mean, whatever the textual content, how you're going to get that? It is from the All that is included on the business card, dear sisters and brothers, you are going to include it in the, what we say, inside the this one, right? In the letterhead. So I'll just take the business card itself. I'll take this one. Okay, I'll add it in another page so that I won't lose some contents that are here. Okay, now I'll just grab the stuff that are here. I'll delete these things that are not required. Okay, all that is there on this business card, you can just go ahead and place it. Select multiple, done. I'll just copy it around. I'll paste it somewhere here. Paste, let it be like this, right? Then contact information, you can include from here to there. I mean, something like this. Make sure you are doing it all horizontally. Select multiple, you just can include it. Okay, this way you can just increase it in size, and this one, you can grab it all and place it there, right? Copy. Make sure you're doing it horizontally there. Here, over here, you have to place it. So place it horizontally there. Okay, what is important there, you can even place it something like this. Okay, if you want vertically placed, place it, but you don't have much space to place it vertically. So make sure you're doing it horizontally. One, two here, one, two there. Okay, something like this. Okay, I don't have time to do that. So that's fine. Then you can just include what we say, the logos. Logo should be added at the top of the base, so what we say of the, or you can even add it at the bottom as well on the letterhead. Paste. So right here I'll add it. Okay. And then you have to write some info, or you can even add it over here and make sure this is a bit bigger, or you can even make it bigger and make it seem like some half part of it is here, half part of it is here, and make sure it looks very classy with this. Okay, so this is how you have designed a simple card, simple what we say letterhead, and this you can add your company details and whatever. Or if you want it in this pattern as well, you can do it. They have just added a logo here. This is a business card. This is not required. Letter is written by the company itself. Okay, all of this won't be there. For a letterhead, only this much will be there. Okay, one header, one footer, one logo, and one contact info. Fine. This is the letterhead generation idea. Fine. That's all. This is the thing. This is the letterhead generation. That's all. Okay, it includes everything that is on the business card. So in this, you have this as a format for your company employees or whoever it is. They have to type in the letter inside this itself. For example, if you are even giving them the experience letter or whatever for your employees or something like that, you have to include it in your own letterhead. You cannot have hundreds of different letterheads for your own company. Okay, so this is how you create your letterhead. Hopefully you all have understood how we have created all the steps, and alhamdulillah we have been creating business cards of our own, letterheads of our own, and alhamdulillah we learned how to create the menus, the brochures as well, and alhamdulillah we have seen how to make the carousels. Carousels, I just left the topic, it was to be included in the social media graphics, but I'm showing you here because I wanted to make sure you are learning something called as guides, okay, through which you can split the pages and make sure you are having the partition pages or something like that, okay. And so this is, I'll just show you the outcome of the this one, if it's in the gallery. Okay, this is the outcome. Just look here, this one and this one. When you split this up, this should have been on the first page, and this when you split this up, it feels like this. Fine. This is the first page. This would be the second page. So swipe left. When you swipe left, there will be a connection to the screen. That is called as carousel. Fine. So Alhamdulillah, we are done with today's session. And dear sisters and brothers, I'll show you some of the ways through which you can earn through this skill of yours. Whatever you have learned in today's class. You can just go ahead with something called as Fiverr and Upwork. I have my students working and getting the clients on the Fiverr. You can just go ahead and join this Fiverr platform, and you have really very excellent, what we say, excellent people here who are serving here, as well as you can even put your services here. For example, I'll just write here logo design with Canva. Okay, just look into the designs. You'll be shocked that I can create more better than this, and I can just earn a handsome amount with my skill that I've learned with this Canva. Okay, please do not belittle the skill that you all have in hand, right? Logo designing with Canva. You can just look into these designs, dear sisters and brothers. They have mentioned I can design using the Canva Pro. Okay, they have even mentioned I can design using the Canva Pro, and you can just go ahead and see how beautiful, or how you can do that all by yourselves. Canva logo design. And just look into the profiles of the creators. You can see, just look into the designs, dear sisters and brothers. This is so very easy. And this is the kit that I already told you how you can produce it. One kit requires, okay, if you want, if they want the entire kit, a logo with the templates with the stylizing, just look into these. This you can create more better than this. Can you just not see this? You can create on more better than this, logos more better than this. The simple logo that they have created. Those are the logos. Can you not create more better logo than this? Yes, you can do that. This thing, hopefully you know. How did I teach you to just have two different colors in the frame? This one you can do it more easily. This one as well. All of these things. Dear sisters and brothers, this is taken from the Canva Pro. This is just changing the templates and creating, right? So these are the steps that you can go ahead and do it. This is very excellently done. And just look here, one logo concept, they have told you 4,392 rupee, one logo. Okay, can you just get it? What skill you have learned now? And can you just see what are the things that they have put up? And you can create more beautifully than this, more beautifully than this. Take it from me, you can do it. Okay, so come on, just look into the designs that are put up here. Some of the stuff. DC, this thing. Can you just tell me how did we create this? We created it, right? Hopefully you all know how we learn to entangle the things, right? Then what did we put here on? What is this? What is this, dear sisters and brothers? Is it not photop.com? Hopefully you all remember this, photop.com. So I told you, whenever you're going to give it for the clients, make sure you're giving it on the 3D screen. Okay, so this is the way. Photop.com, go ahead with the Photop and just generate the same thing. These are all very easily generated logos that you can go ahead and get it done on the Fiverr. Fine, I mean for on the what we say, they are charging 440, okay, for designs just for the simple logo designing. Okay, all of it you can generate very easily by your own. And see here, this ones, all of it are Canva made. These are Canva Pro. This one, hopefully you know this. These are the things that are on the Canva Pro. They've just changed it according to their way. And they've charged 2,196 rupee to design one logo. Okay? Have you just looked into this? Come on. And remember, dear sisters and brothers, whoever is going to get the service done, they do not even know A and B of designing. So they get the service done from you. Okay? So make sure you are confident about the skill that you have learned. Make sure about that. And also remember, you have a very excellent what we say, you have a very excellent application in hand wherein you can just convert the designs into the masterpieces. And look into these are all very easily done. And what is done here, they've just added jump here and this arrow mark here, that's all. Okay, this is the simple thing. 2,196 rupee was charged to create one simple logo. Okay, this is all done using Canva. And also I told you mockup, make sure you are doing it on the mockup. So this is the business card mockup they have put up. Okay, and these two things, remember, these two are already on the what we say, Canva. They are already on the Canva. They are already on the Canva. They have just generated this mockup using the smartmockup.com. Okay, there is a mockup generator again on the what we say on the PC through which you can generate this. Okay, this is nothing but taken out from the this here really great website. This is taken out from the Canva templates. This is taken out from the Canva templates. Okay, this is taken out from the Canva template. Hopefully you're understanding the things that I'm telling you. On all of these things, the business cards, business cards is a very easy income source wherein you can generate the business cards within seconds and give it to them. I'll show you some of the business card ideas. This is about the logo designing with Canva. Business card with Canva. You have hundreds and thousands of people working on this. Okay, how to get top on this Fiverr, dear sisters and brothers, is offer your services at a smaller rate, okay, at a cheaper rate, and make sure you're having a good profile done here, okay. You set up a good portfolio here, okay. Make sure you have a good portfolio and make it more cheaper, okay. Once you start getting the clients, for example 5 to 10 clients you have got and you have worked for them, once you have started getting reviews, raise your amount for 10 for at least for 100 rupee, 200 rupees. Start with the 500 at the beginning and then raise it, increase it, and you gaining the confidence, and you can even start charging this much how they are charging. So they don't, at first they don't charge 4,300 rupees. They have started it off with 400 or 300. Then when they have grabbed 50 to 60 clients, and then they have raised their amount. 10 to 15 clients, raise your amount. 10 to 15 clients, raise your amount. Okay, it is nothing but at the point you have to reach at a point wherein the people are looking for you to create the designs. Okay, so this is the way you have to increase your level of what we say designing. So see, even the business cards. These two business cards Canva made, and mockup. This is a mockup. This is the way you create the mockup and put it up here. Create any design using Canva. So here you have Canva designers, very excellent ones. You can just go ahead with this, and you can see some of the designers who are just using the Canva Pro and generating the design. Okay, and look into the costs that are there that they are making taking. I mean, whatever the services from. Okay, for example, just look into this designer itself. Aisha Zara, she has already 52 clients. Okay, all of these things, dear sisters and brothers, are available as a here. Even it has a typo here. I mean, the really great site.com. Okay, it's all in the Canva Pro. Okay, they have just grabbed it from there. That's all. Fine. You can just I mean, the Canva templates is available over there. Fine. Even the business cards, dear sisters and brothers, and also the very high amount where you can generate is from the Canva presentations. Okay, you can get your presentations made. For example, this person who is generating a high income using the presentations, and it is already 3,000 rupee. Just 3,000 rupee. He has already got one client. Probably it is new client, new to this Fiverr. So here we have 31 people having 1,000, spending 1,757 rupee on this. Okay, so you can just go ahead and see even the business cards, this mock-ups. Just look into the mock-ups, dear sisters and brothers. Two business cards were made using just rupees 440 rupee was offered, and these are the business cards that they have put up. Okay, see, these are the business card mock-ups. Okay, this is Canva template. Hopefully, you have seen it previously. Canva template, they have put it up here. That's all as a mock-up, and they have put it up here. Already four people have put around here and started earning. And also, there are so many things, so many other platforms like Upwork, wherein you can earn through the skill that you have learned, right? So make sure you are just going through this. Upwork is more better than Fiverr. You can just see if you can go ahead with some of the, you can just copy their gigs. Go ahead and copy their gigs. That's all. Canva Pro, if you want to write Canva Pro designer. Okay, you will have hundreds of designers who are offering Canva Pro services. Yeah, I can do it using the Canva Pro. I can do it using the Canva Pro, something like that. Canva Pro, I can make templates using the Canva Pro. I can make Canva presentations. A Canva Premium, I can make it using this thing. So look into this, dear sisters and brothers. You can just go ahead and get it done, inshallah. So, alhamdulillah, this was the session for today. This was the ways through which you can earn, and inshallah, tomorrow's class will be dealing with very important concepts as well, inshallah. So, be ready, dear sisters and brothers, to get most out of tomorrow's session, inshallah. So, jazakumullah khairan kaseera. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum.